According to close family sources, what began as a peaceful evening in the Roker household took an unexpected and deeply emotional turn. It was supposed to be an ordinary Sunday night, a simple family dinner shared between Al Roker, Deborah Roberts, and their two children, Nick and Layla. The TV was off for once. The aroma of home-cooked food filled their Manhattan home, and laughter echoed softly through the dining room. But as one insider put it, what started as a warm, light-hearted evening soon became something much heavier and unforgettable. During their after-dinner conversation, one of the kids reportedly shared something so honest, so unfiltered, that it left both Al and Deborah silent for several minutes. While the exact words haven't been publicly revealed, sources close to the family say it was an innocent comment, one that revealed more than either parent was ready to hear. The children, now young adults carving their own paths, reportedly spoke about how their parents had changed, how their once inseparable bond now felt different. "You both seem so busy," one of them allegedly said. "It feels like we only see you in passing, even when you're both home." Those words, simple yet sincere, reportedly pierced through the room like a quiet truth bomb. For Al, who has built a life out of optimism and resilience, the moment was a sobering reminder of how easily even the strongest families can drift apart without realizing it. For Deborah, who's always prided herself on balance between her journalism career, motherhood, and being a devoted wife, it struck an even deeper chord. One source close to Deborah shared, "She just sat there, listening, tears in her eyes." Deborah's always been composed, but that night the emotion caught up with her. She realized how much the family had been quietly missing each other, even while living under the same roof. That conversation reportedly opened a floodgate of emotion that night. After dinner, Al and Deborah stayed up late, talking long after the kids went to bed. The discussion, according to insiders, was raw, vulnerable, and long overdue. Deborah voiced her worries that Al's demanding early morning schedule at NBC and his ongoing recovery from health issues had taken an emotional toll on their closeness. She told him, "We're all so proud of how strong you are, but sometimes it feels like we're watching you push through everything instead of sharing what you really feel," the source revealed. It wasn't anger, it wasn't blame, it was love, wrapped in concern and fatigue. Al, known for his warmth and humor, reportedly struggled to hold back his own emotions. Those who know him say he's always been the rock of the family, the one who keeps spirits high no matter what. But in that moment, he couldn't hide behind his trademark smile. He admitted he'd been struggling more than anyone realized, not just physically, but emotionally. He felt like he was failing them by not being fully present, a close friend shared. He said he was trying so hard to keep everything together, but somewhere along the way, he stopped sharing the hard parts. For a couple who has weathered decades in the public eye, from the pressures of network television to Al's very public health battles, this wasn't about fame or headlines. It was about the quiet, unseen weight that comes with being strong for too long. When word of the Roker family's emotional evening reached friends, the outpouring of support was immediate. Colleagues and longtime friends, including several from Today and ABC News, reportedly reached out privately to express love and encouragement. Hoda Kotb, who was often spoken about her deep friendship with Al, was said to be particularly moved. One insider claimed she told Al, "You've spent your life giving light to others. It's okay to let them give some back." And that's exactly what Deborah began doing. In the weeks that followed, she reportedly made changes, small but meaningful ones. She began taking time off from work, prioritizing family dinners, and reestablishing traditions that once defined their home. Sources say she even insisted that Al take a step back from certain commitments to focus on his well-being and their connection. She told him, "You don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore," said a close family friend. That night reminded them both that success means nothing if you lose sight of the love that got you there. For Deborah, the emotional wake-up call from her children was a reminder that no one, not even the most admired couples, is immune to the quiet distance that life's busyness can create. Friends describe her as reflective and deeply spiritual since that evening. One insider noted, "She's been journaling, meditating, and focusing on gratitude." Deborah told friends she never wants to take her family's emotional closeness for granted again. As for Al, his transformation hasn't been unnoticed. Colleagues say he's lighter, calmer, more intentional in how he spends his time. One friend said with a smile, he's been showing up for breakfast, calling his kids more, and even cooking dinner himself once a week. But rebuilding emotional bridges, as we know, takes time. Insiders close to the couple say they've begun seeing a family counselor, not because their marriage is in trouble, but because they want to keep growing together. One source explained they realized that love isn't just about longevity, it's about evolving and learning how to listen again. The Roker's journey has struck a chord with fans everywhere. People who have followed their careers for decades see in them a reflection of their own lives. The challenges of marriage, the constant balancing act between career and connection, and the courage it takes to say, "We need to slow down." Deborah herself once said in an interview years ago, "Marriage is a dance. Sometimes you're in rhythm, sometimes you step on each other's toes. The beauty is in staying on the floor." And perhaps that's what this story truly is. Two people choosing to keep dancing even when the music changes. Recent sightings of Al and Deborah have given fans hope. They were spotted walking hand in hand through Central Park, smiling quietly at each other. Not the polished smiles of television, but the soft, knowing ones of two people rediscovering something real. A friend close to the family said it best. They've always been strong, but now they're learning how to be gentle again, and that's a different kind of strength. This deeply personal story reminds us that even in the fast-paced, spotlighted world of television, what truly matters isn't the ratings or recognition. It's the quiet moments at home, the shared laughter, and the courage to face hard truths together. Because in the end, love, real love, isn't perfect. It's patient, it's forgiving, and it's always worth fighting for. Before you go, tell us in the comments, do you think this emotional turning point will bring Al and Deborah even closer together? Or has fame and family stress left scars too deep to heal? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest heartfelt stories behind the faces you've known for years. Because in this world of fame, fortune, and headlines, the stories that matter most are the ones that happen when the cameras stop rolling.